All right. Welcome on in, everybody. My name's Twice. This is Jusant. We've got probably about half of this summit to continue climbing, I would assume. Though not many Bianca letters to find. There's not a ton of story to it, other than just climbing. And I think that's alright. It's mostly discovering a abandoned civilization, which is pretty cool too. Can I climb through? I mean, it feels like I should climb through there. Apparently not. So let's just, yep. Keep on. Keep on going. Just like stamina management, some light puzzling, and a lot of climbing. But I've really enjoyed it so far. It's a very calming experience. Despite the whole trying not to fall to our death thing that we've got going on here. This is probably still my favorite environment so far. We've been here before. I was about to say signs point to yes. But maybe they don't. They don't. Maybe this is the correct one. No, it's just another thingy. That just looks like an hourglass slash water thing. I wonder how long ago. Oh, well, that's maybe this was just the right way. What's the other way? I do wonder how long ago people abandoned this place. It's overgrown, but not to a, like, extreme extent by any means. Oh, I just missed that. Got it. This morning I forgot to put lichen in my drink, but drank it anyway, and then cried tears of joy because my toast was so delicious. I'm so wound out, I can't get anything done. Don't know if I should blame the drought, evacuation that started, or the end of the world. Anyway, got mushrooms to grow. I mean, one thing they definitely get right is the sense of scale. I know it's like the buzzword or the trope when an environment is made to be either traversed or fought against, that's people will say like, oh yeah, we wanted to make this feature a character in and of itself, another character in our game. And sometimes it fits. Sometimes a mountain looms over you, or swamp really do be feeling like despair. Wait, or defilement in the case of demon souls. Looks like they had... I can't imagine those are locks, but... gates, at least. Say no to locks. Water and people should be able to flow freely. We can't deny the many for the sake of the few. The current crisis, it's our duty to stand in solidarity with living things, to confine the waters, to confine us all. Regular information sessions at the market canteen, the Whitewater Collective. I just want to accidentally knock over one of those during the animation, then I have to put it all back together. But then why do I want to destroy when all others want to create? It was a SimCity thing that got burned into me. Just think about how much more I could know about city infrastructure if I didn't like turning on natural and unnatural disaster mode. Community canteen, permanent team to fight water insecurity. Fundraising dinners for the Whitewater Collective, repair workshop. Now it will open 1 prime earlier to reduce overcrowding. Pay what you can to help in the kitchen arrive early in the sleep. All help welcome. I mean, I get it, but also doesn't that just exacerbate the water issues? Like, it's like an accelerationist almost. No one comes by anymore. I haven't sold a single flower. Should I switch careers? I don't know how to do anything besides taking care of plants. Might as well write poetry, right? Trying to, at least. Roses are red, violets are blue. Where is everyone gone to? Yeah. Best in-game poet will always be the character from Night in the Woods that I can't remember her name. It's like Chalmers or something. Are you doing anything? You are. Okay, I see that, sure. No, it's not time. Oh, maybe we just do a jump up. I mean, we could probably make that jump, right? Oh, come on. Oh, well, that did kind of work. We're supposed to get up there, but Gazette editorial in this issue of the Gazette will look at an animal from the outside for once. The weave beak. Only animals found in every region of the tower, every known region at least. Sometimes they even venture into our tunnels. Medium-sized birds are known for their all-white feathers and blue comb. It's not uncommon to see playful birds gliding through the warm drafts that rise up the cliffs of the tower. They're also extremely curious and can often be found perched near climbing routes, observing and commenting on what's happening on their fellow birds. Not only are weebeaks social creatures, they're also skilled builders. They work together to build their nests, which have multiple entrances and can house dozens of weebeaks. They're constantly strengthening and expanding their nests and always on the lookout for twigs. That's the expression, working like a weebeak. Did you know? Their combs open and close depending on their mood. A wide open comb means that the weebeak is alert or stressed about something or someone. Dear Editor, I've only read the editorial, and I'm already outraged. It all sounds very nice, but you might want to think twice before publishing such nonsense. Weebeaks are thieves. They're always stealing my wood to build their nests. I'm unsubscribing. Nice. See, I think I'm gonna go there. I don't know. Seems out of the way in a interesting direction. Goes further up. I mean, on the plus side, I don't think we've come across any skeletons, but please let me read this. Thank you. Come now, dear friend, enough moping around. Situation isn't as hopeless as that. Quite certain the water supply is being managed by some very competent people. No doubt they have a clever plan to get us out of this mess. Believe me, there's no cause for concern. You're still coming over for tea. Filled the basin. Nothing like a bit of swimming to chase away the blues. Okay, I mean, you go up that way. And there's also... there's a lot in general. Am I allowed? No. That does not look like a stack, at least. So I don't think we're missing any lore. Evening, pirate. How's it going today? Oof. Yeah, let's pretend we did that on purpose, because... that wasn't happening otherwise. Can't abuse the jumps, even if it is fun. Oh, you're just not? Okay. You just didn't want to, just don't want to grab, huh? Okay. Can I grab onto that? No, but can rest here, which is important. Definitely not the game if you're afraid of heights. Then again, Subnautica is definitely not the game if you have thalassophobia. And I don't know if I have it or not. But I still enjoyed the heck out of that game. I'm excited for whatever they come up with next. Hmm. Okay. Understood. Probably should have grabbed on early there. That's on me. I feel the second game should have been more of a DLC. It was definitely... That looks like a hold of some kind, right? Yeah. It was definitely experimental. And I didn't mind the smaller area. Then again, I don't think I paid for that DLC. Which always helps my... ease my burden. I still enjoyed it, but I get it. It was definitely not as like expansive. We can double jump this. We definitely don't need to jump that. I'm a fool. Well, we need to jump, but just one. I'm gonna do some nonsense. You know, it's interesting, like, discovering a story and, like, actual characters that live there. Which, you know, I could take or leave. I mean, 2 completely abandoned places to live is, you know, stretching it a little bit. And like the on-foot sections, you know, take it or leave it. But I still enjoyed the new mechanics. We actually built ourselves a bit of a base in that one, if I remember correctly. This might require a double jump. So we'll see what they come up with next. If it's like a true Subnautica 2. Or what. I mean, I get it, though. I feel like if, for example, sorry to bring it up, but Silksong was originally supposed to be a just a DLC for Hollow Knight. I feel like if they had released it normally, when their like original intentions were complete, it would have definitely already been out, but I feel like people would be disappointed through no fault of the developers that they had expected like a second Hollow Knight. And I think the devs know that, which is why they spent a lot of extra time and are spending extra time on it, because they don't want it to just be, ooh. Thought of as this could have been DLC. But it requires extra time because of it. Which, like, I don't mind, but, you know, other people are stupid. Hell, people still did that with Tears of the Kingdom over Breath of the Wild, and I'm like, this was DLC, you have no idea. Is this anything? Not really. It does feel like a lot of... What am I doing here? Let's just put opinion and then drop. Yes, of course. There's not many expansion packs these days anymore with DLC. It's always... like just moving on, creating a sequel. Sometimes those sequels should have just been DLCs. They're not, you know, they're not baked enough. And then other times it's completely fine, because it's like Hades 2. And they just have, or Super Mario Galaxy 2, where they just have so many other ideas that they're gonna make an entire new game for it. Sorry, Ida, I have to go to the market. Our water inlet is acting up again. Things are starting to get complicated. Really thought by holding back the water, but there's nothing to be done. Basins are empty. It's time for a more radical change. What would have happened if we let the water flow freely from the start? I'm boring you with my musings, but sometimes I get the feeling we've made a big mistake. There's a pier collapsing in the boatman's district. Think you could take care of it? Hey, Joe. Things are non-stop at the moment. I'll have to go fishing for a new team to shore it up. Issa's already over the 2 pillars site. As for the other stuff, I don't know what to say. What's done is done. Alright, I'll pick up the supplies I need, and then I'm off to the boatman's district. Yeah, those myriad examples basically just show... Go with your gut. Some DLCs could have been full sequels. Some sequels could have just been DLCs. Hey, big guy. Hope you're well. You know, I still don't like the thought of you perched above that basin. It's too big. You just aren't made for the open air. Better off in our tunnels where it's cozier. Might have already heard, but Anne's barge finally back on dry land. Can't drive it anymore, they say. You should see them now. They've never been so busy. Working at a SAR rescue center or some such thing, if you can believe it. We'd want to save SAR, seriously. They always look so disgruntled, like they're judging us. But things haven't been easy for Anne. They seem happy again. That's what matters. Father played a song for you. It was beautiful. May the currents be kind to you, wherever they are. Up. It'd be insane to be okay with swinging across them pits. I mean, isn't that every dungeon delving and or like puzzle platform protagonist? I've seen Nathan Drake and Lara Croft do some utterly nonsensical things. I mean, was I controlling them during that? Yes. Yes, I was. Did I make them look foolish? I did. We are the water surveyors in the dark tunnels. We guide, clean, navigate rivers and streams so the water called forth in the day and sky can fill, nourish, cherish all living things. I get a terrible feeling you want me to go all the way down there. You definitely want me to go to that wall. You're right about the soundtrack. It's very, very sparse, but unlike most complaints I have, I feel like it works in this case for whatever reason. Probably the same way it works with, like, Shadow of the Colossus. Though Shadow has the battle themes. Often wonder what would happen if the rain had returned. Would we have still met? Or would we have led parallel lives elsewhere, each of us unaware of the other's existence? As much as seeing the Great Basin dry up more with each sleep fills me with despair, I can't help but be happy by your side. It's also a nice, I don't know, change of pace from the usual gloom and doom of, you know, abandoned civilization lore drops, where it's just awful all the time. It's a lot of people just kind of making the best of what they've got. And that's kind of refreshing. Up we go. Excuse me? It's like we're almost at the ceiling, if I can call it that. We gotta drop off here, swing over, and then echo. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Feels like it's supposed to be the tributary system. Like that's how we fill the basin in the past. Be like, damn, I hope you know what you're doing, because if this runs out halfway, we are squashed like a bug. Looks good. Mirage. Just wanted to check if I missed anything back here, you know? When I'm not in control of my character on a cutscene, they might ignore some crucial lore. Depending on the direction of the wind, your jumps may increase or decrease. That makes sense to me. As long as the jump remains consistent. Love the multi-dimensional wind socks. Should be able to get there in time. No problem. No issues. Yeah, I guess up is the right way. Really does feel a lot like the long climb from Ragnarok, except actually a drop game. A whole game. lot less death, too. I think. I hope. Okay. It doesn't count for the sun, which is... Oh, okay. I'll wait. It's fine. I've got... Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was expecting there. But at the same time, I don't know if that's gonna do me any favors. I mean, it's gotta go somewhere. 1 second. I refuse to believe it doesn't. Definitely has to be the right, like... wind. Though it might not change. It might just be that. Sure. Yeah, I guess I just don't know what that would even be for. If I go down here, and then just... Oh, you're not gonna let me... Fuck it. This is an Age of Empires 4. I think I played the second one not very well. I remember putting in a cheat code that gave me like a Dodge Camaro with machine guns on it. RTS is in me. I'm bad at it. How's it going, Gwen? Honestly, I don't need that. That's fine. Just gotta wait for the wind to... yeah. Don't like you leaving the camera out of view whenever you keep using that creature. It's frightening. Unnerving. No, that's probably the right way. Stop leaving. Oh, it's behind. I know it's not. It's probably the ballast. I mean, we've got a little butt ballast here, but like a real ballast. The Jusant continues to carry the ocean away. Last we heard, on the sun side, the temperature keeps on rising. Here, a storm is raging. It doesn't seem to be letting up. Everything around us is coming to a standstill. Or maybe we've been at a standstill for too long. We won't be able to nest at the mill much longer. That I know. We can't leave without putting up a fight. In the meantime, we've entrusted our little Olay to my sibling. They're traveling downward with their family, like most other heights dwellers. Olay should be safe under the stone. Already missed my little nestling smile. We'll see each other again when the clouds decide. Honestly, right now what I'm reminded of most is the Storm King's battle in the end of the fourth world and Demon Souls. The constant windiness and oppressive atmosphere. Greetings. I waited for your craftspeople to arrive several sleeps ago, but they never landed. When can I expect you? We're patching things up best we can, but the wind is carrying away everything in its path, and the roof won't hold out much longer. The situation is getting urgent. Apple's reply doesn't reach you too late. The relays have been malfunctioning recently. I apologize, but due to the storm, we are no longer able to travel to your altitude. Danger is too great. My only advice is to take shelter. Emergency shelter is being set up here for your heights dwellers. May rain fall on you and your loved ones. You have my full support. I don't need to. Well, it's too late. I've already prepped a jump. Let's get our stamina back. We're obviously going to be fighting. seductive route. Ugh. I mean, hell, in, speaking of, like, hopefulness in the face of adversity. The Outer Wilds does that, too. I mean, heck, the world ends every, like, what, 17 minutes or something in that one. Becco's right. Water creatures were incredible. Huge. Sabalas are real after all. It was their song I'd hear sometimes between gusts of wind. We only just caught a glimpse of them, but once we did, nothing else mattered. Everyone went quiet, watching them slowly disappear into the storm. For a long time, no one moved a muscle. Arlo shook his head, staring into space. For a moment, he looked like he'd lost his bearings, same as the rest of us. After the astonishment came the feverish preparations. Around me, the rope team got moving, sharpening their weapons and scanning the clouds. We needed to capture at least one of those flying water tanks. Even Soul ended up grabbing a harpoon. What other hope do we have of bringing water back? He sounded almost apologetic, but I'm the one who's sorry. This feels like it had to have been their base camp, almost. Oh, yeah. Every sleep I tried to convince Arlo, Soul, and the others to stay. I even threw their harpoons away. At least the ones I could reach. They were so determined to catch a sky giant and return with its water, to go back to the way life was before. But the way life was before is what brought us here. They ventured into the storm to hunt, and never returned. I waited for them for a long time, lost at sea. I grieve for them. Who else but me? They may be gone, but I treasure their memory. I still remember Naisha's advice, Soul's laugh, Arlo's furrowed brow. Sometimes my thoughts turn to my parents, to Eam, Gal, and Met. Wonder where they are and where they're going. Their thoughts drift up here sometimes. They live within me too. At first, I kept track of my harvest, but as time went by, I ended up losing track. To survive, it became an earth scratcher too. What'd you make of that, Becca? Probably doing it all wrong, but things are growing. Not bad for a girl from Low Tide. Sorry, the radio progress indicator on press and hold UI being counterclockwise instead of clockwise broke my brain. Note self, gotta divide my garden beds if I want to have to hard tack for the cycles to come. Don't know when I decide to stay up in the crow's nest. It just happened. I'm happy here. Wish I could talk to the young Bianca who left Low Tide. Who only ever thought of leaving, moving. Too impatient for a stationary world. Should probably find this quite ironic, but this climb, already so long ago now, taught me to live in the present moment. Took me a while, but I finally put down roots. With each passing step, I understand it more clearly. The tower needs me, needs us all. Needs us to change, and if we have to change our way of being, might as well start here. Never belonged in Low Tide, a lighthouse keeper in an oceanless world, but since I met the Ballast, I feel like I found something I didn't know I'd lost. A fragile link to something bigger than myself. Mutual respect. I'm nothing compared to these water giants who swim through the storm, but they look at me with interest and curiosity. They watch me when I carve my scraps of wood, when I bring in the harvest, when I write, as if to learn or to remember. I want to stay here in case someone else is crazy enough to find them. They watch over me, and I watch over them in turn. As the ballasts draw near, the cliffs wake up. Even I feel like I stand taller and feel lighter, more alert, younger even? These arthritic joints have creaked for a long time now, but you get the idea. Wonder how long the ballast kept me company in my Spartan existence. They eventually left, one by one. I know they're out there somewhere, though. One of them stayed. Comes see me from time to time, like it's watching over me. We watch each other grow older. We go about our business, knowing the other's there, and that's enough. And it gives me someone to talk to. I'm happy. I'm where I'm meant to be. Where I need to be now. So, everybody lost. Is that the last Bianca? Did I miss a Bianca letter? Shoot! Well, at least we found the conclusion. We're doing so gosh darn well, too. Alas. Oh, one died down. No, I get it. Everyone's got, like, things in games they can't handle, or controls. Oh, okay. Windsock go up. Windstock ascend. Mine's real time with pause. Oh. There we go. Please. Okay, well, let's rest really quick. Now let's. Oh, hey, come on. Okay. You're the worst. Actually terrible. Just let me grab onto you, please. Thank you. Your job to think about and notice these things. That is also true. That would make you more sensitive to them than most. Yeah, let's just rest out here. That's fine. That's a normal place to rest. If I had to try to do that, I think every one of these I'd sleep for like 24 hours. Maybe 36 if we're feeling spicy, you know? Looks important. That's a much quicker chapter. I can't tell if that one's damaged or if it's carved that way on purpose. Feels damaged, but it's still activated. One more to activate. That's a big boy. Could you inch a, could you inch a little closer? Oh, it's fine. Or like, could I grab onto your noggin? It looks pretty spicy up there, like very grippy. What did I even lock onto up there? Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure this is fine. Oh, it's not fine. That's good. Doesn't look like there's a lot of handholds up there anyways, so. Up we go. We never saw either of the oases, as far as I can tell. Unless the canals were supposed to be that way. That felt more just like the distribution center of it all. Oh, God, put on the air brakes. I think that was probably Bianca's watcher. Oh God. I know that word. It's the conjunction of like celestial bodies usually. I don't know how to pronounce it. I usually say Siggy Siggy. It's probably more like Sizg or something. But I prefer Siggy Jiggy. It's usually used in stuff like eclipses and certain things, but it also can just mean like either the coming together of two great parts or like two opposites. Okay. Probably not going to find a lot of letters up here. But I do see a lot of ballasts. Right, these are all ballasts. Ugh, making me pause my game to ban you. That's very obnoxious. Can at least try a little bit. Is it possible? Do I miss the old scammers? I don't know. Probably one of those answers you don't actually want answered. Questions you don't want answered? It doesn't matter. Oh. You can't even do your echo. It's too cold. Well, actually, can I even jump right now? Probably not. Oh. I found the right place to let me jump. Oh, got it. Can only grab onto these. I understand. You're doing your best, little buddy. I mean, that's a dead end, actually. Oh, just... That's gonna be a pain in my butt in the future. This one is too. I mean, I think this can be made, but it is unpleasant. Ugh. It's fine. I'm only being given one choice for this one. Cause like I can't make that jump up there, so I've got to do like a hop, hop. Question here is, no, I don't think we can make that jump up there, so we've got to do something like this on a double jump. And then got ahead of ourselves there. Well, let's do it. Me too, buddy. That really is the contrast of the cuteness of a Pokemon's first form and the ugliness of its third. Both majestic, though. More of a Whalmer situation. Damn, those people on the giant plane, the Great Plain, they're kind of screwed depending on how quickly this rain floods the place. Because those boats out there do not look seaworthy. Oh, nice. That was a pleasant little quick game. Honestly, I should have installed another game in prep for this. I thought it would take a little closer to the end. So we might just do a little Isaac for the back half of the stream and then start with another new game Thursday. I gotta check if this game can run on my computer. It says, should play great. I've heard that before, alright? But I could just be absolutely jaded from the fact that I had the world's slowest computer as a child and dial-up internet. Can't even shower. I really appreciate that that's where your mind went. It's true, though, because they said that pretty much all the water they were finding was, like, sulfuric. Good luck with that. Hooey. This is a nice, very pleasant little game. And it finally gives me a game I can write a review on. Don't say Curse of the Moon 2. I don't want to write about Curse of the Moon 2. It was worse than Curse of the Moon 1. Curse of the Moon 2 points lower than Curse of the Moon 1. It should be the subtitle. I don't know. This is nice, though. You could follow some of the stories. The characters were named, so you'd get different perspectives on each of them when they'd pop by. Was not impressed with it. Not impressed with Curse of the Moon 2, no. I was pretty impressed with this. This was nice. It was just a harder version of Curse of the Moon 1, but Curse of the Moon 1 had like a pretty decent difficulty. I replayed like over half of it just to be sure I wasn't going crazy and I don't misremember it. And then the second episode, the second half being just a worse version of the first half is it's a choice. I read somewhere people were just saying like, oh, well, it's supposed to emulate how in the old school Castlevania games, they were very short, so you just have to replay it. And this gave you an ability to replay it differently, but you replay it worse. You don't even get different characters. If it was different characters, I probably would have done it a second time. Otherwise, just give me the secret level. I don't care. First game just had better stuff, better environments. I like the characters of 2, but that would probably be the only increase I would give it. Didn't realize it said continue. We got all of them there. Oh my goodness, I missed so many. I didn't actually miss that many. I missed a spinny rock? I missed another spinny. Okay, Mirage. In my defense, Mirage was loud and windy. I don't think there were any letters. There's just a third one from Bianca. Ah, weird. Hey, but we got those stacks on migration, so... Alright, that was nice. We'll be back in a couple minutes. I gotta take care of some stuff, and then we'll, just play Isaac for the back half. I know, uninspired. But I need to test run this game to make sure it runs first, and I didn't think we'd get this far today. Thursday will be an all-new game again. In case you're wondering what it will be, I'm hoping it'll be a sequel to a game that we have streamed before, and that's all I'll say about it, because if it doesn't work, then I'm not gonna say anything about it. Either way, bye for like 2-ish minutes.